We've pulled heavy from the ground, and now it's time to go overhead as the Strongman and Strongwoman competitions continue here at the 2024 Rogue Invitational inside P&J Live in Aberdeen, Scotland. Event number 2 is Grip and Press, presented by Crocs. Thanks for being with us, everybody. I'm Sean Woodland with Kristen Rhodes and Lauren Chalet, and a little bit of a different format here. Men and women competing at the same time.
Right, yeah, you usually don't see that. You definitely don't see them going head-to-head, and so we're going to have the, we're going to start from the bottom and go to the top and see what happens.
It's going to be so strange seeing if kind of bouncing off each other. They may use each other as a pacemaker or something, but essentially it's 2 separate competitions, so it's not really head-to-head.
Yeah, we have one event in the books. Let's check the overall standings for the men after the deadlift. Hathor Bjornsson flirted with maybe going for the world record, decided that, no, I have a competition to win here. I'm going to back off. Won the event. Mitch Hooper finishes in 2nd place. Matthew Ragg, great debut for him at the Rogue Invitational, picking up 8 points and a 3rd place finish, and then Bobby Thompson and Evan Singleton tying for 4th place. On the strong women's side, Lucy Underdown had to work a little bit at the end there on the deadlift, but she picks up the win over Andrea Thompson, who had a PR and a great moment if you missed that. Olga Liashchuk will finish in 3rd right now, and Inez Carrasquillo sits in 4th with 7 points.
So this event is all about the log lift, really. The farmer's walk element shouldn't be too challenging for our athletes. It's there really as a fatigue element before they get to the log. Choosing the correct type of footwear is going to be important on this one. Normally these 2 separate events, how will athletes combine them together? But essentially it's who's got the best log press is going to win.
Well, as we mentioned, men and women on the floor at the same time. 2 athletes go, 1 in each lane. Not competing against each other. The order of the competitors here, we're going to start with, for the men, Pavlo Kordiyaka and Sam Belliveau.
Now on the men's side, Pavlo is an explosive athlete. He's a very good log lifter, and he lifts fast. He uses his whole body in the movement. He's not just a big shoulder and tricep athlete. Very explosive. You'll see him almost jerk the log overhead. His speed could be a real element in this one.
Well, anytime you have something like this where there's mixed movements, a little bit of athleticism required, you've got to keep an eye on Mitch Hooper.
Well, Mitch is so consistent, and last time we saw a similar event to this, it was the yoke into the log, and he broke the record on that event. This is very similar, so we expect big things from Mitch on this. He's always good with movement. His overhead is very, very strong. This event is perfect for the Moose.
And on the women's side, Inez Carrasquillo has a chance to do some damage here.
Absolutely. She's very, very fast with the farmers. She has a good grip. She's the current world record holder in the log press. And she split jerks the log, which you don't see very often, and not a lot of women do that. So she's very, very powerful, and I expect her to do very well here. I know she's going to finish this thing.
Kordiyaka on the left, Belliveau on the right.
Strongman, so much like CrossFit, athletes, they vary in which events they're good at.
And then we have Sam over here on the women's side. She's the current world record holder on the circus dumbbell, so she has a very, very strong overhead press. So I expect her to do well here as well.
Yeah, Sam Belliveau had to do a little bit of damage control in event number 1, the deadlift. Not her strongest, finished 10th in that event. But now, as you mentioned, Kristen, something that plays a little bit more into her strengths as she looks to move up the standings here.
Right.
Stand by.
So interesting seeing the men versus the women. It's 2 separate competitions.
Belliveau off to a really nice start. She's through that, just about through that
both
carry, and now right to the log for Kordiyaka. So 3 reps here on the log.
380 pounds. Good first rep there for Pavlo Kordiyaka. You can see that explosive power. Massive weight this still.
Belliveau's still waiting to get to work on her first rep. So 380 kilos on the log, 380 pounds, 172 kilos. Now Belliveau's taking her time to get lined up.
There's a mistake.
And this is her first attempt.
From Pavlo. Mistimed his jerk. Now he needs to compose himself, and Sam is only just getting to contact with the log.
It seemed like she was giving herself some time to kind of recover after that farmers.
I've seen Sam, as you said, she's incredible on the dumbbell. Log press a little bit different though, isn't it?
I think this would be a big personal best for her.
Kordiyaka's down on the knee.
I think he might be
cramping. That kind of looks like he's cramping over there.
He's already got one good rep in.
I was expecting to see Pavlo get all 3 reps here. He's very, very good on the log normally, but maybe just a little dehydrated, muscle cramp. He's really struggling.
Let's go, Sam. Come on.
260 pounds on the log for Belliveau.
Big points if she can just get 1 rep here. Come on, Sam. There you go. Nice clean. Come on. Yeah, she just looks a little off balance. It's heavy. It's heavy for the women on the women's side. It is a very heavy log.
Potentially more than her PB, isn't it?
It is better than her PB, yeah. Yeah, that women's log is
heavy. That's a big
heavy.
ask.
Farmers, fairly light. Logs, pretty heavy.
Yeah, 118 kilos on that log as Kordiyaka already has 1 good rep in. Looks like he's got himself sorted, and that will be 2.
Has he got time? He's got 20 seconds left. He can do this.
Well, the athletes will get credited for a rep after the farmer's carry, and then 1 rep each for the press. So 4 reps total they need to complete the entirety of this event.
These logs made by Rogue are absolutely beautiful.
So close.
So close there on that last attempt by Pavlo.
Well, Kordiyaka and Belliveau will both get time cap. Kordiyaka was able to get 2 good lifts in at that 380-pound log, and Belliveau unable to complete a good rep.
It's a challenging event.
Definitely challenging. And also talk about their grip. I mean, their grip going from a farmer's, then having to grip that log and hang onto that log and clean that log. I mean,
when you look closely at those farmers, the knurling on them is very, very rough. So their hands are going to be a bit sore going into the log press.
Right.
It's distracting. When you let go of an implement and then you have to grab back on, that's when you really feel that pain kick in.
Right.
The way Pablo handled that second lift, you felt good about getting that 3rd one in the time. He just didn't have enough time to rest.
Genuinely, I expected him to get all 3. Normally, look at the technique. Fantastic there. But with that technique, when it's not quite perfect, he doesn't have the tricep and shoulder power to just muscle through. So it all needs to sync perfectly. And when you're cramping up, that's not an easy thing to do.
Tristan Hoth and Donna Moore will be out next. Kristen, in order to be successful at this event, what are the things you really need to keep in mind here?
Definitely on the farmer's walk, you need to have a good pick, and you need to move quickly. So the foot speed, grip strength is also going to play a big part in this, and just being strong in the shoulders and being able to use your legs and drive and lock out that log.
Tristan Hoth on the left, Donna Moore on the right.
This should be a good event for Donna as well.
Donna's fast.
She's very
moves
fast.
well.
She's very quick at the farmer's walk.
30 seconds.
And Donna Moore had a good lift at 525 pounds on the deadlift earlier this morning to take 9th place in that opening event.
Donna always goes with the shades when she's doing the log. She doesn't like the lights kind of blinding her.
She just started doing that recently in the last couple of years. She hasn't always done that. Smart, though.
Stand by. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Second heat underway. For the men, Pablo Kordiyaka was not able to get through his 3 presses, and Sam Belliveau was not able to complete 1. So Moore and Hoth now done with the farmer's carry, and they'll approach the logs.
Like I said earlier, this log is going to be very close to a lot of women's personal bests, so you can see them kind of taking their time.
Yeah, just 1 rep is going to get points. And anyone that can get 2 or 3,
correct,
they're looking to take the win.
Correct.
380 pounds.
Let's go, Donna.
Is it 260 for the women, I think?
260 pounds, correct.
If you've never had your hands on one of these, it is a big difference between pressing one of these overhead and just pressing the standard barbell. What are the differences between the two?
First difference is the handle position. So you're in a neutral grip position. It really requires a lot more shoulder and tricep strength than a bar. Bar, you can really utilize that rack position. You can have the bar on your clavicle. You tend to get a lot more leg drive. Your head can come through easier. The diameter of the log forces you in that lean back position. You can see there, Tristan really trying to fight through to get his head through as well. Just need another inch on the triceps on the press, and then he could have come through. But you'll watch these from the side. You often see the athletes leaning back. It puts a lot of strain on the lower back. So much easier on a barbell when you can maintain that upright position.
Well, and it's hard to breathe when you have all this weight on your chest, too. Yes. Let's be honest.
Well, Donna Moore is going to call it.
Yeah.
And Tristan Hoth, who got really close on that second attempt, but you just wonder how much energy he expended getting that log to that point.
You know, he had that log kind of floating in the air for a while.
I love the look of these logs. They're so well put together.
So pretty. Yeah.
But they are hard to put.
Come on,
Can he get close?
Oh,
yes.
Yep,
that will count. So one good rep for Tristan Hoth. What a good fight for him to be able to come back after a missed rep. You usually don't see that. Expend that much energy.
To be out there for 2 minutes trying, and then suddenly he gets the rep. Fantastic effort, and shows what a fighter that Tristan is. 10 seconds for one more attempt. Come on, Tristan. No. But still, getting that log rep will be useful.
Well, Tristan Hoth, with one good rep at that 380-pound log, is now in second place behind Pablo Kordiyaka. You can hear how he's laboring after that hard work. And Donna Moore fails to get a rep on the log. So we have yet to see a woman successfully press that 118-kilo, 260-pound log.
It's a big weight.
It's a big weight, and it's proving to be very challenging.
Look at this. Fought hard there, Tristan did. We saw a number of attempts where he was close and couldn't finish. To come back at the 2-minute mark and make that rep.
And that was all shoulders.
Yeah, shoulders and triceps all on that press.
Yeah.
Completely different to Pavlo's technique, who was much more explosive, used that jerk technique.
Yeah, he didn't use much legs. That was mostly just straight shoulder and tricep power.
Well, coming out next, Luke Stoltman and Hannah Linzay.
Yeah, Hannah she's definitely, Farmers is one of her best events.
And one of Luke's best events is the log. So does the Farmers affect his log pressing? This is the interesting element with these competitions. It's not, you could be the best at Farmers, you could be the best at log, but one of the others may be a weak event for you as well. You've got to combine them, learn to condition yourself. The Farmers is there really to take a little bit out of the legs, the back, and the grip before you get to that log.
And that's the big thing with training is, did they train, you know, to be able to do that transition from...
Yeah, lifting fresh is completely different to doing something beforehand.
Hannah Linzay going to that ammonia, which I'm assuming has a calming effect on her, given how intense she usually is.
Yeah. You can see the shoulders on Luke Stoltman. He is built to press. Big, powerful legs as well. Needs to get through the first element nice and smoothly. And then he'll be into his comfort zone.
10 seconds.
You can see the intensity on Hannah over here. There she goes.
Now Hannah's waking up.
She's awake.
250 pounds in each hand for Luke Stoltman, 225 pounds in each hand for Hannah Linzay.
Hannah is motoring down that course on the Farmers.
Yep.
Gets inside of 10 seconds as Hannah Linzay. Now on to the log. 2 reps is the score to beat for the men. 1 good rep for the women will put you in the lead. Linzay still resting. Luke Stoltman gets right to work. 1 rep is good for Luke.
It doesn't look like Hannah's going to attempt the log.
So I think Hannah's tactics were just to be fast on the Farmers.
Yeah.
And that's 2 for Luke Stoltman.
And that has to be the fastest we've seen 2 done as well. Can we see one more rep from Luke Stoltman?
Hannah Linzay trying to get this hometown crowd behind
The Scottish
Highland
crowd. What more could he ask for?
Got this.
Good clean from Luke Stoltman.
Come on, come on. Big drive.
He's got time to get this. There's lots of time. Just needs to compose himself.
Still
Deep
has
breath.
more than a minute. So Linzay doesn't look like she's going to make an attempt at that 260-pound log.
Lots of time left on that clock. If he completes this, he'll be the only athlete.
Now this was earlier. Linzay just went up, said hello to the log, and said thank you to the fans, and said I'm finished.
That's a smart. I think she knows her capabilities. She made sure that the farmers was fast, and they do get timed on the farmers.
do.
So
Yep.
she's probably into the lead so far
Yeah,
on the
her
women's
farmers
side.
is so fast.
45 seconds for Luke Stoltman. Just needs one rep to close this thing out.
Come on then, Luke. Can we see the first man to get all three?
And
Yes,
there it
we
is for Luke
can.
Stoltman. 2 minutes even for the Highland Oak.
So impressive. Come back.
Our first athlete to complete this event, Luke Stoltman.
158.86 seconds officially for Luke Stoltman.
Oh yeah! He's
And
happy.
you know that means so much to him, not only because he finished it, but because he did it here.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think if he was somewhere else, he may have stopped after that failed
Probably.
second attempt. He stayed out there, he composed himself, the crowd got behind him, and we have our first finish. Good stability there. Strong press, that first one was. You just see as the fatigue kicked in, that's when he lost a bit of that power, had to step back. Here's the second lift. Again, feet planted, nice balance. Great tricep strength to lock out there. Head came through well. And this was the third lift. You could see the legs at this point were a little bit more tired. Oh, that was the final rep that we got. Look at what it meant to him. And here comes his little brother.
Put that in quotes. Tom Stoltman and Melissa Peacock.
That's such a funny contrast, because Melissa's probably the smallest of the female athletes as
is.
well. But she is a powerful athlete.
She's so strong. She's definitely the shortest, right? I believe so. Yeah.
The buzzer went. I think they got to read. Yeah, the buzzer went, and I don't know if either one of them heard it. But the clock is
Oh, there we go.
not up on. It is up on the screen. So now Luke has got to hurry here.
Tom.
Sorry, Tom.
Let's go, Mel.
Good press, though, by Tom.
I
Tom's
know
log
Mel's
pressing. And can Mel be the first
Got the log
woman?
up.
And that's two for Tom. No problem.
on,
Melissa Peacock trying to be the first woman to lift that 260-pound log. Meanwhile, final rep here for Tom.
If Tom gets this under 1 minute, this is going to be fantastic.
And he will hit it.
Wow.
52 seconds for Tom Stoltman. 52.77. And that was with a late start.
Late start, and he's almost over a minute faster than his brother. Now, can Melissa get this weight? 260 pounds. We've not seen any of our female athletes get this log yet.
Come on, Mel.
Come on, Mel.
Not today. I know I've seen her hit that before.
But how about Tom Stoltman, who just ripped through those 3 reps, 52.77 seconds. And even with a late start, that's going to be a tough mark to beat.
It's a brilliant time. Let's have another look. So here we go, Tom's first lift. Look how easy this rep was. Stabilizes, little pop with the legs, triceps and shoulders to lock out. And he's got so far to press as well, Kristen. He's such a tall man, long arms, but he has built a powerful physique.
He has. He's definitely a good presser.
Yeah, pressing used to be a weaker event, and over the last few years, he's got stronger and stronger. Last year, he won the log lift, looked incredible doing it, and he's proving he is still one of the strongest when it comes to overhead pressing. Got a lovely lockout as well. There's no question marks with Tom's lockout.
Right. He's waiting for that down command, looking at the judge. Yeah, he was, yeah, very, very impressive.
Both Stoltman brothers able to get through the entirety of that event. The farmer's carry, then the 3 presses at 380 pounds, 172 kilos. And they are the top 2 men so far as we're getting set for Heat 5.
That log's 20 pounds heavier than we saw last time when we had the yoke into the log lift. So much, much more challenging. And do you think the women, on the women's side, Chris, do you think they're struggling a bit with the farmers just taking a bit out of them before they get to the log? Or is this just an extremely heavy log?
One, it's an extremely heavy log, and it's near a lot of girls' personal best. And so to take the farmers and, you know, use a little bit of that grip and that leg power and then have to go hit the log, that is tough. Plus your back, you got to think with your, you know, you're carrying the farmers down, and it's also taxing your back, and then you have to clean that log and get it up on your chest and hold it. I mean, it's a lot. But we do have several women coming up that I don't believe we're not going to see a log press today.
I think we're going to see that log go up for sure. There's a couple of athletes that we've got to come that love to log press.
Yes.
Particularly, as you mentioned earlier, Inez, she is the world record holder for max, and Andrea Thompson is also a fantastic log presser.
And Angelica Jardine, she actually,
she's just
a powerhouse.
Phenomenal.
Well, there was a miscue on the timing that is being reviewed. So the time from Tom Stoltman will be adjusted.
That's good. That's good. For Mel as well, I'm guessing.
And Mel, yes. The Tom Evans and Rebecca Roberts will be the next 2 athletes out. Rebecca Roberts looking to be the first woman to successfully press that 260-pound, 118-kilo log. Tom Evans comes in 7th place after the deadlift.
Again, Rebecca, she's so fast on the farmer. She has one of the best grips in the world for females.
She does, and she's pressed this weight on the log before as well. So
yeah.
Even 1 rep right now will be good points.
Well, in this atmosphere too, will bring out a lot of, you know, personal bests in people that may not have hit it in training. So.
Stand by.
Here we go.
Come on. There you go.
Tom Evans with a good pace as Rebecca Roberts is just about done. Evans is through, and he's going to hustle to that log.
And I think Thomas can do all 3. I've seen him on the log a number of times now in contests. Very good presser.
1 rep good for Evans. Rebecca Roberts, meanwhile, going after the log for the first time.
Come on, Rebecca.
Evans is through 2. Yeah, we got to see how Tom Stoltman's time has been adjusted, but this is a great
look at that last rip.
Wow. Done.
Wow.
Right around 37 seconds, 37.01
wow.
for Tom Evans. And again, depending on the adjustment to Stoltman, we'll see where that shakes out.
Come on, Rebecca. There we go, Rebecca. Come on.
Come on. Oh, so close.
Another very tall athlete, a long way to lift.
Yeah, that is a long way to move that weight.
She has 2 minutes 30 seconds totally to get this event done. Still has another chance to make a run at this. And Tom Evans, I think, is over there trying to coach her up a little bit to get the crowd behind her.
If you were doing this event, what footwear would you choose? Because farmers and log, totally different footwear normally.
I would just wear flat shoes.
You'd wear flat shoes?
I just wear flat shoes, yeah.
Did you press in flat shoes normally?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
So for someone like yourself, ideal.
Yeah.
Other athletes that like to be in the Olympic lifting shoes, sometimes I think with the distance of the farmers, it doesn't really make too much of a difference.
But do you remember years ago there was people doing the yoke in their lifters?
Yeah, I never
because they thought it just
that.
made them more steady and would be able to move faster.
I mean, my personal choice, I would have gone with my shoes that were comfortable on the log.
Right.
Because the distance of the farmers is
so
huge.
short. Yeah, I agree.
Another attempt
there we go.
for Rebecca Roberts.
That was a good clean. Come on. Oh, so close. Nope.
It's a good effort there.
Yeah.
Just can't find the handle on that, so we still have yet to see a woman successfully press that log. But Tom Evans, what a great run for him. 37.01 seconds.
We need to see this from Thomas Evans again. That was a fantastic run. He said briefly that I think he's going to finish all. I did not expect him to finish that easily. And I think his last log lift was actually the easiest. The confidence was growing with every single rep.
Boy, he didn't waste any time jogging to the log and picking it right up.
Look at this. Beautiful clean. Stabilize, get the feet in position, and then pop. That's strong. That's just power. Shoulders, triceps, upper pecs. Strong back as well to stabilize and core strength. Easier second rep, and then the third rep was the easiest. Look at this.
Wow.
He wanted to do more.
Well, and think about the strategy, how fast he went. He didn't get to log and sit and wait. That's also the strength and endurance, too. Like, he knew the faster he got it done, the more power he was going to have, I believe. I mean, if you think about that, the longer you wait, the longer you're trying to breathe. I mean,
wasting time
you're
and
wasting
energy.
time. Yeah. So
Well, this should be a fun heat to watch with Evan Singleton and Angelica Jardine.
there we go.
She is not going to be outdone by Evan Singleton.
It's not.
She's got the war paint on. She is ready.
And we were lucky enough to talk to her after her win at the Arnold Strongwoman Classic, one of the most soft-spoken,
She's
sweetest
lovely.
people you'd ever meet, and was just so happy to win, and asked her how things were going to change. And she said, well, I came into this competition, I didn't have a sponsor. Getting a sponsor would be nice.
Yes.
It was a pleasure speaking to her after that.
She doesn't even know what she's capable of yet, which I love. I mean, it's just like just raw power.
She really is.
The 37.01 for the men is the top time, pending what the adjustment to Stoltman's time is.
See, both these athletes are two of the most just raw, intense, powerful athletes you'll ever meet.
Definitely.
10 seconds.
Evan is ready to go. Look at him. He's like an animal.
He's just staring it down.
There we go.
Singleton's not going to have any problem with those 250-pound
Flying on the
implements.
farmers. Oh, little trip, but he's okay.
Jardine is now across. Singleton right to the log. First rep, no problem.
Very strong.
Meanwhile, Jardine is getting set for her first attempt. Second attempt is good for Singleton.
And are we going to see our first lift on the female side? Yes, we are.
And we do have it as Singleton struggling with his third rep. So Jardine's in the lead for the women. Singleton gets the down signal right around 42 seconds for him. And now Jardine trying to press that thing for a second time.
There we
And
go.
she will get
there
it.
we go.
That's 2 reps.
That's
more.
90
One
seconds to go here.
Come on, Angelica. Not only the first woman to press the log, she could be the first to do all 3 and finish the event.
And now she's putting pressure on everyone behind her to come out and finish this as well. There we come on.
Jardine just can't get the press there. Still has a minute to go here.
Just lost a bit of a connection on the log there. It rolled forward a little bit as she dipped. She needs to keep that locked in to the throat, keep the log as high as possible on the clavicles, and she can get this. Deep breath, you've got time. Big, powerful hips on the draw. There we go.
Yep.
Keep that log high. Don't let it roll down.
Come on. It's just rolling out just slightly on her.
Starting
She's
fatigue as well.
Yeah.
Still in first place here.
Oh, clear first place at the moment.
This is now house money for Angelica Jardine. 30 seconds left before we hit the time cap.
Evan Singleton saying, give everything.
There we go.
One more clean.
Oh, that was a good clean.
Has she got another press in her? Come on.
Come on.
Oh, yes. Oh, what an effort. Just drop it.
Man, what a battle for Angelica Jardine. Able to get 2 good reps. She's now your leader with 4 heats remaining.
What an effort, though.
Oh, that was a lot of fun to watch.
She's almost apologetic that she kind of lost control of the equipment. Anyone else would have just dropped it. She's trying to put it down gently. You got to love that.
Yeah, she didn't want to let it go.
Well, meanwhile, Evan Singleton got through in 42 seconds and some change.
That's a great first rep there.
Angelica Jardine got 2 good reps on that 260-pound, 118-kilo log. Meanwhile, there's the third lift for Evan Singleton.
What was his finishing time?
42.13.
Great time there for Evan.
And low key as always in the celebration.
I think he crushed that.
You gotta love those responses.
It's
You know,
fantastic.
it shows how much it means to these athletes.
Here's a man who knows his way around a log press. Bobby Thompson's going to be out next with Inez Carrasquillo. This is going to be another fun heat to watch.
This should be a good one. Both very good on the log. World record holder on the women's side. Bobby Thompson, former American log record holder.
Athletes, 30 seconds.
Inez Carrasquillo, 4th place overall after a 605-pound deadlift earlier today. And Bobby Thompson.
I think they both might make pretty quick work of this.
Also in 4th place, he deadlifted 925 pounds.
Stand by. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
250 pounds in each hand for Bobby Thompson. Carrasquillo's got 225 in each hand, and she's making quick work of that, as is Bobby Thompson. And Carrasquillo hustling right to the log.
They need to be quick. There's been some fast times on the men's side. Oh,
The first rep is great for Carrasquillo.
She's got
Thompson
so much.
struggling on his.
Bobby is letting that log get away from him. His balance is totally off. As he presses, the log is coming away from him.
This is going to close it out for Carrasquillo. This is her final lift.
Wow.
She has it. 36 seconds
That
for
was
Inez Carrasquillo.
absolutely incredible. So fast. Great execution. That's better by Bobby Thompson.
First good lift for Bobby Thompson, but he expended a lot of energy on his first attempt. He's got one in the bag.
He was letting
So
the
that's
log
90
get away
seconds
from
here.
him. Every single rep, it was moving forwards. Needs to get that power up and back. Use those shoulders and triceps. Get the head through. There you go. That's better, Bobby.
And now he's going to go ahead and call it. So 2 good reps for Bobby Thompson.
He's getting a bit dizzy.
He is out. He is tapping out. So
How about Inez Carrasquillo at
Let's
36.17
get another look at Inez.
seconds?
That was unbelievable. Not only the first woman to finish, but the speed as
So
well,
fast.
the execution.
I fully expected that.
You were saying beforehand how good she is on this event.
She's
Fast
just-
on the farmers.
She's so fast on the farmers, and she just has so much leg power with the log. And that split jerk, it just flies off her shoulders.
Every rep. Look
It's
how
just so fast.
Nearly just touch and
Just
going
boom.
that.
I mean,
Wow.
there's no, it's just effortless almost. No struggle. Look at that. So good.
That was just
So
perfect
good.
execution.
Yeah.
Inez Carrasquillo.
She's pleased.
She should be. That was fantastic.
We still have
so good.
a couple heats to go here, but with a 4th and that result, looking to be in great position heading into the 3rd and final event of the day. The 350, pardon me, on each hand for the men. Regardless of what it is, it's heavy. 225 each hand for the women. And then Nez now has the fastest time of any athlete, man or woman.
And she's the only woman that's finished. That just shows you how impressive that was. Faster than any of the men. We've had a good number of the men that have finished.
Right. But
Wow.
she was a machine.
She really was.
She's just a machine. Yeah. And you notice with her too, she wasn't wobbling around. She just picked it up. Her feet, I mean, she split jerk, brought her feet back. It was just quick.
Well, in the past, we've seen Inez make silly mistakes, but she executed to perfection there.
She did.
Not one single mistake. That was brilliant.
That was, yeah. Textbook.
I don't know where else she picks up time. The transition was great too between the carry and the log. Perfect run for Inez Carrasquillo. We have 3 heats remaining. Up next will be Matthew Ragg and Olga Liashchuk.
Now, Olga's a good presser, too.
Let's see if Matthew Ragg can follow up that solid performance from the deadlift that currently has him in 3rd place overall. Making his first appearance here at the Rogue Invitational.
Matthew Ragg has some monstrous shoulders and traps on him.
Well, while we get ready for these two to get going here, we have an update on Tom Stoltman's time. His time's been amended to 39.77 seconds, which means Tom Evans is still your leader right now.
Tom Evans really, that was perfect as well.
But Tom Stoltman sitting in 2nd place currently for the men in this event.
10 seconds. Stand by. 37 for the men, 36 for the women.
350 in each hand for Ragg, 225 for Liashchuk.
Both moving well.
No problem for either one of them, and Ragg's gonna get right to the log, as is Liashchuk.
No legs
One
at
rep,
all
good.
from Matt Ragg, just upper body strength.
First attempt for Liashchuk as Ragg has got that thing to the shoulders.
Come on. There we go. There we go.
And that's a good rep for Liashchuk as Ragg just didn't lock out that 2nd attempt.
Both athletes with 1 round apiece as we approach 45 seconds.
Liashchuk being smart, using the time to her advantage. She's got the advantage of, she's seen the other athletes go. She knows someone like Inez is too good. Focus on the points.
Right. Yeah, but at this point, it's strategy, just getting on the board, which she's on the board, and getting some more points.
Matt Ragg, just brute power in those shoulders and triceps.
He's through 2 of his 3 lifts. Here goes Liashchuk.
It's good clean.
Big lift for Liashchuk.
There we go.
Yes.
He has it.
She's got 2.
And she's got time for 1 more.
She does.
Both athletes need 1 more rep to go.
And I can't tell if she's keeping her shoulders open or
getting
if
the
she
crowd.
wants the crowd.
Yeah,
I can't
maybe both.
figure that out yet.
It's a combination event. It's a combination movement.
Get behind me, keep my shoulders open.
You've got 45 seconds remaining. Both athletes need 1 more rep.
And this is big points on the women's side because we've only had 1 finisher at this point.
Yes. Yeah, if she can get this, this will be 2nd place so far.
This to close out her event for Liashchuk. Just can't get under it.
She's got 18 seconds to go.
Matthew Ragg for his 3rd and final lift.
It's a lot of weight.
He's going to call it with 10 seconds to go here. Liashchuk has time to make 1 more run.
No,
There we go.
that's it.
3, 2, 1, time.
And not going to happen for either athlete.
Again, 2 reps for the women on
still-
that log is huge.
Yeah. It's definitely a big lift. It's definitely going to get her some points and move her up. Now, they're doing splits on the log.
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe so. I won't guarantee anything, but I believe so.
Yeah.
Ragg just muscled that thing up on the first lift.
Look at this. No leg drive whatsoever. Just shoulder and tricep strength. That's crazy upper body power.
I think that was the 2nd one that he failed.
That was a failed lift, but the strength to do that. Olga, a lot more explosive. Good technique.
It's a good lockout. That's a lot of weight. You can see, you know,
Yeah.
the stress on her.
Well, 2 heats remain. Up next for the men, Mitch Hooper, who currently sits in 2nd place overall. Andrea Thompson will be out for the women. Let's bring in Kiki Dixon, who's down on the competition floor. Kiki, what do you got?
I was chatting with Mitch earlier, and I said, hey, what can we expect from you for this event? And he told me I should expect a win for him. Just as ornery as ever in all the best ways possible. You know, these athletes are so fun to chat with. And for as big as they are, their personalities are even bigger. I mean, you're up with 2 of them, right? Having fun?
Absolutely.
We're having a great time.
It was kind of fun to watch the men and women going together. I wasn't sure how this was going to kind of play out, but it's been kind of fun to watch them go back and forth. And
these two should both be very good at this event as well.
yeah, I expect Andrea to fly through this.
Andrea Thompson, second place overall, 665 pounds in the deadlift earlier today.
Stand by.
Which was a huge personal best, which is, she's been chasing that for a lot of years, so it was really fun to watch.
Getting the timer set.
20 seconds.
You need to focus. Can't let these things get to you.
10 seconds.
Mitch just taking some deep breaths. Andrea recomposing herself.
Stand by. There we go.
Mitch sprinting down with these farmers. Andrea not too far behind.
Mitch is through.
How quick.
Thompson is through, and Hooper right to the log, trying to chase
Bad
down.
clean there by Mitch Hooper. He's had to work extremely hard.
Andrea's got the log up. There we go.
And
Good
the
lift
press
by
will
Andrea.
count.
Now Mitch needs to tidy up his clean. More hip power on the clean. That's better.
Andrea's got 2.
Andrea going really well. If she can get this, she can probably secure herself second place.
This is going to be close. As Mitch Hooper's
Mitch
got it, I
finishes.
think he has the lead.
Come on, Andrea. Lock it out, lock it out. There we go.
And Thompson
Andrea finishes as well.
is done as well. 37.03. That is really close to Tom Evans' time.
Now, Mitch really messed up that first clean.
He knows
came
it
back
too.
strong.
That effort from Andrea was exactly what I expected. Yeah. Very controlled with the log, easy reps.
Yes.
Yeah, never took her hands off.
That mistake was huge for Mitch Hooper because Tom Evans is still in the lead by 2/100ths of a second.
I mean, Thomas Evans, and deservedly, you know, Thomas Evans executed perfectly. Mitch Hooper made a big mistake
Just
here.
usually don't
Look
see this
how
type of
hard.
thing from him.
He regrouped well to get this press, but that would have taken a lot more energy out of him than he would have liked. This clean was better, much more efficient. And Mitch keeping contact with the log all the time on the way down to try and pick up some time, and his third rep was pretty solid. But that first rep costing him the win there. And Andrea Thompson doing what we expected. She's great at both of these events, and she should secure herself a top 3 finish with that performance.
And same thing, she kept her hands on log the whole time, and that also saves a lot of time on the reset.
It really does.
Well, the good news for Mitch is that Hathor Bjornsson is going to be the last man out. Now, if you listened to Hathor earlier, it didn't sound like he was had this circled as an event he could win.
This is what we're all looking forward to watching. Hathor's problem this year, coming back into Strongman, has been the pressing events. He has steadily improved competition to competition. We're all excited to watch this because if he can get himself in the top 3 or 4, then the competition is on. If he slips down and comes 7th, 8th, 9th, it's going to be very hard to catch someone who's as consistent as Mitch Hooper. I mean, Mitch has had a bad performance there, and still he's in second place. I'm excited to see if Thor has brought his pressing back, because at one point he was a massive log presser, one of the best in the world, 213 kilos at his best. If he's back at that level, and he can execute, this competition is going to get exciting.
Look how tight it is between Evans and Hooper. 2/100ths of a second. So Hooper still has an opportunity to pick up some points on Hathor heading into the third and final event of the day.
Thor needs to finish this. This is important.
Lucy Underdown will be out for the women. Our 2 winners of the deadlift ladder. We'll close things out here in event number 2.
And I believe we definitely have a shakeup on standings on the women's side because a lot of the women that did great in the deadlift didn't, you know,
you think we can see Lucy get some good points on this? Her pressing's improved over the years. Once it was a weakness, she's certainly improved.
Well, Andrea Thompson, with that result, she could be the overall leader heading into event number 3.
Right. Yeah. I believe Lucy, her pressing is getting better, but I don't know, at 260 pounds, I don't know that she's hit that yet before.
This is the final heat.
So Farmers is bread and butter for Lucy. She's always good at lifting anything off the floor.
Right.
This is just a warm-up for this log lift. Neither of them rushing. Thor knows that 3 reps keeps him in contention. And Lucy will be thinking the same, I think. If she can get a rep on this, get herself good points.
Yeah, she definitely needs a rep. Keep herself up in the top of the leaderboard.
Here we go. Let's see what Thor's pressing is looking like. We know his deadlift is insanely strong. Stabilizing himself. That's a good, solid rep.
Good.
He was nervous, you could tell, but he actually pressed it very well.
Lucy fails her first attempt.
Thor being methodical. He's got a game plan, and he's sticking to it.
Well, Tom Evans for the men is going to lock up the event win, and Mitch Hooper is going to finish 2nd.
Huge win for Thomas Evans as well. What a man.
And Hooper looks to be the overall leader depending on how this shakes out.
I think looking at the time, Mitch will have to go into the overall lead now. But for Thor, it's all about staying as close as possible. He's got lots of good events. The next event particularly, a great event for Hafthor. So he wants to keep himself in contention. Rep number 2. No, that didn't look good at all.
Come on, Lucy, come on. And you have to wonder how much the Farmers taking a little bit out of their legs also is, taking out of their leg drive for the log press.
It will do. It's so interesting. First time I saw the yoke into the log, I wasn't sure about it. And then watching it, it was one of my favorite events. And this is the same. The Farmers, although it's not the hardest Farmers we've ever seen the women do, you're not used to doing that before coming to a log.
Right.
And it does throw the athletes off.
Right, it's usually the other way around.
30 seconds remain. Lucy Underdown is going to make another go.
Let's go in for one more.
Come on, there we go.
Come on, Lucy.
She needs this, come on.
No, Hafthor's got it to his shoulders.
Hafthor's still battling.
I don't know if it's going to happen for Hafthor.
No, it's not happening now, unfortunately.
We have
4 seconds to go.
Is not going to finish it. So Hafthor Bjornsson with one good lift means Tom Evans is going to pick up the event win. I believe it's his first career event win here at the Rogue Invitational.
He's going to be over the moon. And you know what? He deserved that win. He really moved well with the Farmers. Every single rep looked strong on the log.
Lucy Underdown probably going to surrender the top spot on the overall standings to Andrea Thompson. Well, Inez Carrasquillo and Thompson, the only 2 to finish, and Inez did it in 36.17 seconds. That's the fastest time out of anybody.
Yeah, Inez's performance then. I mean, Kristen, what can you say about it? So impressive.
Oh, it was textbook. Like, she just has so much power in the log press. Yeah.
Andrea, solid 2nd place for her. That's 2 2nd-place finishes for Andrea today.
And Inez could be in 2nd place overall heading into event number 3 on the men's side. Tom Evans by 2 100ths over second over Mitch Hooper, who made a costly mistake on his first clean. Tom Stoltman will finish in 3rd, and the T-Rex, Evan Singleton, 42.13 seconds, and Hafthor is going to take 10th.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's send it down to Kiki Dixon.
Congratulations on your event wins. Typically, you don't go head-to-head with the strong women. What was that experience like?
Well, that was super cool. Like, it was, when you're normally going against somebody you're competing, you're like, all right, good luck, but not too much. But this time we're truly like, good luck, I hope you do just as well.
Amazing. You had an impeccable performance out here with this particular event. Set the stage for me and let me know the execution from start to finish.
So I'm not the best at farmers. I tear my hands every single competition. So today was just get it down the line and drop it and do the log as fast as possible. I'm currently the world record holder for log, so I had something to prove.
And you did. Congratulations to our Event 2 winners.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
We expected Inez Carrasquillo. I'm not sure we expected Tom Evans to walk away with a win there.
Tom Evans, that was so good. Yeah, I mean, Inez, we know how good she is at the log. Thomas, we know he's a good log presser, but to get the win in this is going to mean the world to him. Mitch Hooper making a mistake, but still managing to come second. And big performance there from Tom Stoltman. He's in third, clawing himself back into the points after the deadlift.
And on the women's side, I think we expected Inez and we expected Andrea to both finish that event, and they both finished it very strong. And I think it's going to be a shakeup of points for going into the next event.
Andrea Thompson looks to be your overall leader for the women. Mitch Hooper, the Moose, looks to put himself on top of the overall standings with one event remaining in the day. Carrasquillo and Evans picking up the win. One event remains for the Strongmen and Strong Women. Action continues here, so stay with us here in Aberdeen, Scotland.